Raise your right hand, please. I, Terry E. Branstad,
I, Terry E. Branstad,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and the Constitution of the State of Iowa,
and that I will
faithfully
and impartially,
and impartially,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge all of the duties of the office of Governor
in
in the State of Iowa, as now or hereafter required by law. Congratulations, Governor.
Thank you very much. Madam Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Speaker, Madam and Mr. Leader, Mr. Chief Justice, Justices and Judges, legislators, elected officials, distinguished guests, relatives, and friends. Senator Danielson, thank you for presiding today. And even though Governor Culver is not with us today, I want to thank him on behalf of Iowans for his service. Leader Upmeyer, let me congratulate you on being the first woman elected majority leader in the history of our state. We're all proud of you. Your dad, Dell, is smiling down on us all today, very proud. Lieutenant Governor Reynolds, thank you for your inspirational remarks. In you, I finally met my match in energy and passion for Iowa. And I look forward to the day when I witness the swearing in of our first woman governor of Iowa. It's about time. For the past 15 months, I've traveled all over our state, from river to river, border to border, from farm to factory, from cafe to office building. It's been an experience of a lifetime to reconnect with Iowans at their jobs, schools, places of worship and play, to have a conversation with them about our state, where we are and where we want to go. And what I'd like to do today, on this, the occasion of my 5th inauguration as your governor, I want to tell you what I've learned, to make my humble attempt to distill our collective wisdom into a statement of principles, a new covenant between a state and its people. This new covenant must have as its pole star the fact that Iowa is an exceptional place. We are blessed. We are blessed with the richest resources of soil and water. We are the envy of the world, populated by hard-working, honest and caring people that feeds and powers the world. and ignited by our ingenuity, we've only scratched the surface of our potential. Iowa stands at the precipice of opportunity greater than any time since our ancestors crossed the Mississippi to view the expanse of prairie as far as the eye could see. With the advent of open markets, a growing world middle class, and a need for sustainable solutions to the world's problems, Iowa sits at the catbird seat of history. The world is hungry for our food and biomass, envious of our technology, pining for our productivity. The economic winds, which for a century or more blew in our face, are now firmly at our back. Iowa is exceptional, and these are exceptional times. Our challenge, to seize the day. To those that say our goals of 200,000 new jobs and a 25% increase in family income is too high, I say you ain't seen nothing yet. Only wrong-headed policy choices can prevent us from entering a golden era of Iowa history. And we must start with government. It must change, lest it dampen our opportunity and squelch the individual initiative, which is our engine for growth. Our old ways of doing government's business must be radically altered to do the people's business. We must rid ourselves of the yoke of too much government, which taxes us too much, spends too much, and regulates us too much. Government must, as Abraham Lincoln once said, do only that which the people cannot do for themselves. That is a new covenant principle number one. New covenant principle number one. We have too much government, state, county, city, school, local, and it must be reduced. For too long, we papered over the fact that our appetite for government exceeds our pocketbook to pay for it. My 86-year-old dad, Edward, is sitting here in the front row, and he would tell us that our eyes are too big for our wallet. And our state auditor tells us that at least 15% must be permanently eliminated from government in order to make our books balanced once and for all. And I aim to make sure that we do it, and that we do it now. We will all share in the sacrifice while protecting those that need our help. But we will remove the lead boots of excess government from our economy. And without that burden, we will be able to run like the wind in the race for prosperity. Second, government must serve the people, and not vice versa. Leadership is about service, not power. I stand here again as your governor with my wonderful wife, kids and grandkids, and I'm here because I yearn to serve. And I ask each government employee, from the clerks to the supervisors to the department heads, to never forget, it is the people who are our bosses. And we must serve each other without the compulsion of government. In 1835, a French nobleman named Alexis de Tocqueville toured the United States, And he noticed that Americans were different than Europeans. He said, wherever at the head of some new undertaking you see the government in France and England, in the United States you will sure find an association of people. And you know, that's still true today. Every day Iowans volunteer to make our state the wonderful place that it is to live, work, and raise a family. The Boone Hope Foundation is a great example of this. Kids were coming to school in Boone without a warm coat, or hungry, tired, sick, or worried about their family. Teachers, like many others throughout Iowa, use their own funds to help these kids, knowing that students can't learn when their basics aren't met. Those caring teachers started something called the Boone Hope Foundation. And that foundation since 2005 has raised $129,000 from community donations to help students and their families in a time of crisis. Groceries, medical bills, eyeglasses, snow boots, and mittens have all been provided to children in need because a community cares. Let us all renew our commitment to get involved, to help the homeless, feed the hungry, minister to the sick, pray for the wayward, to make each of our communities better by stepping up and stepping out. And to those who are the most fortunate, we bear a special responsibility to extend the ladder of opportunity to those in need. We need to look no further than the record number of Iowans currently deployed in our armed forces. From Salvador Junta to Anthony Sellers, our servicemen and women protect us every day with their valor and sacrifice. We all know the story of Salvador Junta, our most recent recipient of the Medal of Honor. To all Iowans, we are busting our buttons, proud of this young Iowan for his bravery, courage, and steely resolve. I doubt that many of you know Sergeant Anthony Sellers of Burlington, but I was privileged to meet him, introduced to me by his proud father, Kent. Kent is a veteran himself, now confined to a wheelchair. But in Burlington, he was beaming when he introduced me to his son, who has completed 2 tours in Iraq and is now at Fort Benning preparing for another deployment. Anthony, like thousands of other Iowans, has answered the call of freedom, and he embodies the spirit of selfless service that makes our state and our country that shining city on a hill that Tom Paine wrote about over 2 centuries ago. Surely we can use their example as an inspiration to us all. Third, it's time to restore transparency and